My name is Ben Jolivet, and I'm a playwright. My second year is different in the kinds of classes that I'm taking and also the experience in general. I think your first year is all about finding the foundation that you're going to build on over your time. So we do a lot of great stuff in terms of analyzing scripts and how to dive into writing and how to talk about your work. And then in the second year, this year's really been a lot about analytical stuff for me. Dramaturgy, working closely with playwrights, and also talking about theater as a vehicle for changing people's lives. So this year has been a lot more specific in the kinds of disciplines we're talking about, but it all builds on the work that we started in the first year. Being selected for festival is great because it's a nice opportunity to really deep dive into a play in a way that you actually don't usually get to do with staged readings. You know, frequently when your play is chosen as a staged reading, if you're there at all for the rehearsals, there's one or two. But though 7 hours is the limit for rehearsals, you get a lot done in that case, and you get to work really closely with a director who's here with you for 6 weeks, and you have unlimited time to work with them. So if you're willing to put in the engagement that you need and the stuff that you want to get out of the process, you can really, really dig deep into a script in that amount of time. You also get to work with folks, really smart actors who are really interested in new plays because they wouldn't be here at all if they weren't interested in working with writers. So it's kind of luxurious in that way, even though it's a bit of a marathon to the finish line. The luxury you have to work closely with people is great. And then you get to present this work to an audience. And the guest responders are really thoughtful. The audiences are really thoughtful. I think after the years that the festival has been going on, the audiences here have learned what an important part of the process they are. Where, you know, when they're coming into a theater and it's their first time to, you know, experiencing a reading, they don't know what to say. These audiences know what to say. What's valuable beyond that, though, is the generosity of the guest responders who want to come and sit down with you and say, you know, here are the ways your plays moved me. Here are the things that left me unmoved. Here are the things that I would do if I were in your shoes, if I were your director. But if it's not resonating with you, don't worry about any of it. And it's really thoughtful all the way through. And everyone is very interested in helping you find the play you're trying to write, which is really important. It's not an issue of trying to cram the play into a mold it wasn't made to fit in. It's about listening as a director, listening as a writer, listening as performers, and listening to all those people and coming up with a draft that, you know, is as close to being finished as you get in workshops, you know. And I think workshops are great because they take you almost there, you know, they take you almost to production ready. Without giving too much away, the director and playwrights class is really important because through the activities and the readings that you do, you explore ways of looking at the play beyond the page and even beyond the stage. You explore ways of identifying and articulating what you've written and what your director is viewing that you've written so that you can kind of divorce yourself from the tunnel vision of the script. So you manage to find exercises and experiences and images and thoughts that wouldn't be expressed just by thinking about the script as only a script. And many of the exercises that we did, I think I would insist on working with on any director of my plays, because it's a good place to see how close we are, how far apart we are, and what ways we're going to find to get to sort of where we're going to meet in the middle, and how we both understand the story that we're working on together. These programs are about relationships, and I think in many places it's not about the relationship, it's about your individual work. But I think the most valuable thing you get out of an MFA or a certificate program is community. It's the relationships that you've built. And here it's such a focus on relationships, on collaboration, on the community outside of Hollins, the Playwrights Lab. And those relationships that you develop and that you build are the things that are going to sustain you once you're done with the program. The classes are amazing, the teachers are amazing, but what's more important than that are the relationships you build with the instructors, that you build with the audience, that you build with your collaborators. I don't know how much the world of adult education is focused on relationships, but here it's all about relationships. It's all about community.